Israel is being pressured to have an immediate ceasefire in Lebanon. And here is why I think this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Unless bomb Nasrallah is down, bomb the whole head command of Hezbollah is down, bomb Beirut is being bombed, Lebanese are running for their life screaming, please ceasefire, stop it now, ceasefire, we don't want to have war with you guys. But here's the thing, ceasefire is never an option with radical Islam because in their religion, ceasefire is called Hudna, and the meaning of Hudna is unless Israel is anticipating that Hezbollah will break the ceasefire and they will continue the war. Now let me explain. There is no reason, absolutely no reason to want to have ceasefire with Hezbollah. They still want to destroy us. They didn't give up that idea. By having ceasefire, you're just postponing the inevitable, which is going to be another October 7th. Further, you can't bring the people of Israel back to their houses while Hezbollah is there. It's not going to work. One does not simply have ceasefire with radical Islam. The same thing like you don't have ceasefire with Nazi Germany. They want to destroy you. And the only reason they might choose not to destroy you is because they can't right now. So by giving them a ceasefire, you're just making it harder for you to destroy them later, before they destroy you. The IDF right now is on the go. Hezbollah have been crushed, they've been pushed back. The faith in Hezbollah as the heroes of Lebanon is starting to crack, but they haven't fully cracked yet. Now, by giving a ceasefire now, you already start hearing them saying, yeah, we defeated the Israelis, we pushed them back. The reason we're standing right now behind does not mean that we gave up. We just strategic maneuvering.
Hello, my enemies. May you have a very, very, very bad day. So it seems that this war is coming to an end. Nothing changed. Hezbollah is powerful. He has his guns. He has his organization. He maybe got hit strongly, but in the future, he will build and he will be more strong. And the fear from another 7th of October in the north will be bigger.
All kind of nonsense, because they're trying to get away from the worst thing that can happen in the Arab world, which is humiliation. It's worse than death. And Israel is so close to utterly humiliate Hezbollah. Israel is so close to utterly humiliate Hamas completely. I'm talking humiliate them not in our eyes as the eyes of the West. People need to understand that. That's not what matters right now. Humiliate them in the eyes of the Muslim world. That's how you defeat that ideology. That's how you stop it. You don't do a ceasefire. If you watch my last video, I explain very well why you don't have ceasefire with radical Islam. You know what? Let's watch it. So while Israel is fighting Hamas and telling them, give me back my children, give them back right now. Lebanon on the other side are flexing and coming and saying, yeah, Israel, we're going to F you up. You saw what Hamas did to you. Imagine what Hezbollah is going to do to you. It's going to be 1,000 times worse. And Israel goes, calm down, Lebanon. Don't piss me. And it goes, bomb, give me back my hostages. Bomb, give me back my hostages. Literally hammering Hamas to the ground. Lebanon, all hyped, starts shooting thousands of rockets at Israel while Israel is fighting Hamas, trying to bring back their hostages. Telling Lebanon, calm down. After a while, Israel said, you know what? Enough is enough. And then they go, boom, Muhammad Def is down. Boom, Hania is down. Boom, Sinwar is down. Turn around. Yeah, you know what, Lebanon? Bring it on. Boom, Nasrallah is down. Bomb, the whole head command of Hezbollah is down. Bomb, Beirut is being bombed. Lebanese are running for their life screaming, please, ceasefire. Stop it now. Ceasefire. We don't want to have war with you guys. But here's the thing. Ceasefire is never an option with radical Islam because in their religion, ceasefire is called Hudna. And the meaning of Hudna is I can't destroy you. I've tried. Now you're destroying me. Let's stop fighting so I can get more weapons and come and destroy you again. That religion even permits them to lie in order to deceive you so you will believe they want to have a ceasefire with you just so they can come and kill you again. The Prophet did it. He led by example and they're following that example. So to all the people out there thinking that ceasefire is the solution in the Middle East, I'm sad to break it down for you. It's a terrible idea. The only way you can achieve proper stability in the Middle East is by showing power and respect. And when you have power and respect, you start seeing results in the Middle East. Hamas won ceasefire the moment that they heard that Trump won. Hezbollah won ceasefire the moment that they saw that Israel is crushing them and they're about to be obliterated. You don't stop. You don't let the fighter, the enemy, rise back from the ground. Give him some water. Give him some doctors to treat him. Let's continue. It's not a UFC match. Round one, round two, let's have a break for a second. Someone kicked him in the balls, okay? Give him a few minutes to get himself together. This is a war for survival with forces that want to genocide the Jews, with forces that want to basically conquer the world and destroy the Western world as we know it. And now they're wanting to have ceasefire. Why are they so obsessed? Why is America under Biden and France are so obsessed with saving Hezbollah's neck. Something is happening there behind the scene. Here's another reason why you should never have ceasefire with these lunatics. Right now you're crushing them. Right now you're defeating them. You keep going, you might actually end up defeating them completely, and like I said, humiliating them. What happened the moment that Iran gets a nuclear weapon? Then you're stuck. Then you can never defeat them. That's what happened with North Korea. Now you're stuck with this wicked, evil force looming in the darkness just behind your neck, waiting for you to stumble so they can completely destroy you in the most horrific way. And you might be stuck like that for 100 years. So when I'm saying when you have an opportunity to destroy a wicked, evil enemy, you are doing this for your people. You are doing this for the people in Lebanon. You are doing this for the stability in the Middle East. You are doing this for the generations to come, for our children, for your children, to live in a better world. The world have become a better place once Nazi Germany was defeated. The world have become a better place once the evil empire of Japan was defeated. They did terrible things, even worse than the Nazis, what they did to the Chinese. The world tend to become a better place once the good guys defeat the bad guys. There's honestly pretty simple math here, and now they're calling for the ceasefire, and that baffles me. Unless, and that's why I said unless Israel knows that Hezbollah is gonna break that ceasefire 100%. Some idiot there is gonna shoot a rocket, many idiots there are gonna shoot rockets, and Israel cannot bring back its people to the north, to the border. So Israel is doing that trick to get, again, this. You know, you're playing Taki, you throw a card and then you pick up another card. So Israel ran out of cards right now. The West is getting pretty fed up with the war, although it's a very justified war. So maybe that's a move for Israel to put down one card and then pick up another immunity card to defend itself. It is very sad that Israel need to ask the world permission to defend itself. That is crazy. The bad guys never ask permission to attack Israel, and surprise, surprise, for some reason, they're also almost never been held accountable for attacking Israel. So it seems as if the Western world is okay with evil forces trying to genocide the Jews from the Holocaust until today, over and over again. They're quite fine with that because they are out there. These forces are out there and they're very outspoken about their plans. Let's genocide the Jews. The West seem to be very intolerant towards Israel trying to defend itself. So maybe Israel is saying, okay, guys, let's do that. Let's put that card down. They're going to break the ceasefire again, and then we're going to go in again and we're going to continue. Maybe. What I do see when I'm reading this document, it's a ridiculous document. So I'm going to read it from you. I'm going to translate from Hebrew. The details of the forming documents. A testing period of ceasefire for 60 days. In that period, Hezbollah should pull back to the Litani border, which Israel just reached the Litani for the first time during this war, the Litani River. And here comes the ridiculous part. In southern Lebanon, there will be only the Lebanese army and UNIFIL. Sorry, what? The Lebanese army is not only useless, the Lebanese army is part with Hezbollah. You need to understand in the Muslim world, it's not like in our Western societies where you have the police is quite immune and there's rules and regulations to prevent corruption and to prevent them from colliding with other parties and the army and et cetera, et cetera. There, it's all one family. That guy who is a commander in the Lebanese army, he is married to the uncle or well, not to the uncle, maybe in that society, but he is married to the sister of the guy that is a head in Hezbollah. Not only that, he knows where his family live, he knows where his children are, and Hezbollah is not playing fair. Iran is not playing fair, so they definitely have the Lebanese army by the balls. You know, let's be honest about this. The Lebanese army, for a reason, have done nothing to prevent that war until now, and it's not going to do anything to prevent the war later on. Let's talk about UNIFIL, the UN in general, the Western forces. Hezbollah was building tunnels right next to their base. Hezbollah was shooting rockets from their base. Hezbollah, the last time when they kidnapped the 3 Israelis from the Hermon, did that from the Hermon mountain, did that from under the nose of the UN. The UN actually saw that happening, did not report to Israel. Israel cannot trust its safety and its border in the hands of the UN. And the people of Israel know that. They will not feel safe to go back to their homes. They're going to go back to the north now, maybe, and they're going to see a devastated north. So many houses have been bombarded, bombed, burned down. Businesses have been completely destroyed. And not only that, they cannot actually stay there because who's going to ensure them that Hezbollah is not going to come and try that again? Now, Hezbollah moving to the Litani, That prevents only a surprise attack of October 7. That doesn't prevent them from shooting any rockets at Israel. Nothing. They can shoot rockets all the way to Tel Aviv from there. It's not that big of a distance. So it's just a ridiculous, ridiculous idea. In this enforcement mechanism, you're going to have the coalition of Britain, Germany, France, and others. Sorry, guys. France, I don't trust them a second. Their sense of morality and judgment have been so corrupted through the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years, maybe even more, that you cannot trust any perspective that they have towards war, stability, and the West. Look what's happening in France. They brought all these radical Muslims into France. They had so many warnings telling them, guys, you're not bringing immigration for the sake of immigration, which could be a very nice thing. You're actually bringing terrorists to your country. There's proofs of that. No, 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 sacre bleu. They were calling people all kind of weird names. Long story short, they ended up having a country that is about to be tipped and becoming a Muslim caliphate. A very unsafe place to live in, a very anti-Semitic place. In general, they lost all the wars they ever had. Since Napoleon, they had no idea about how to fight a war and how to prevent a border. Now, Britain, come on, that's another Muslim country. Sorry to say that, I love my UK friends, but you guys, if you don't wake up, your country is going to become a Muslim caliphate in one generation, maybe two max. Right now, you're in deep trouble. So to think that Britain is going to have the best interests of Israel, especially with the rising Muslim population that they have inside of them and the pressure that they're putting on the government, and in general, a lot of anti-Semitism that is coming from that place. And first and most important, it is not their war. And that's what people don't understand. When someone is being stationed here, because he's from Ireland, he's from India, he's from somewhere around the world, it's not his war. He's standing there and he sees suddenly a team of Hezbollah commando coming, and he knows, okay, if I put my flashlight in, if I raise the alarm, I'm dead. I have a family, I have children, this is not my country, F that. I'm just gonna keep sitting there and pretend like I haven't seen anything. 3 monkeys, I didn't hear, didn't see, didn't tell anyone. So having these forces protecting Israel against a genocidal regime that clearly want to destroy Israel is just, it's a silly idea. Israel will keep its right for military operations in case that Hezbollah will break the ceasefire. So here's the point that I think and that I hope that is the reason, the only reason that Israel might be agreeing to the ceasefire is just to let them break it again like Hamas does, like it all does, and then Israel will continue. Because there's no other explanation that can justify making such a wrong decision. You finally have your enemy on the ground, and you've sacrificed a lot of blood and the finest of your children to do that. You've lost so many men and women, so many children, so many families, so many businesses were destroyed, so many precious life was sacrificed by brave, heroic people from Israel so you can be there. And if you pull back now, only to have an October 7 in 5 years, 10 years, I don't know what, then you have failed all these people that gave their life for you. This is not fair. This is morally wrong. When you have the chance to defeat evil and you choose not to defeat evil, you are sinning against your people and against your children and against the future generations to come. It is the right thing to defeat Hezbollah. It is the right thing to free the Middle East from the grasp of Iran and Hezbollah and radical Islam. Just like it was the right thing to defeat Nazi Germany and to free Europe from the hands of Nazi Germany. Europe, wake up. You are under the grasp of Nazi Germany. Thank God to Britain and the US and in some way even Russia, they came and they saved you. Otherwise, you'd be living in Nazi Germany right now. The same thing for the Middle East. It is the right thing to free the Middle East from radical Islam, to free the Middle East from Hezbollah, from Iran, to let powers like Dubai, like the Emirates, who are working so hard now to be the beacon of light, holding the other Muslim countries, telling them, look how we are trying to live peacefully with the Jews, look how we are adapting our life to modern society, to the West, look how we are fighting anti-Semitism. In Dubai right now, when that Chabad rabbi was assassinated, they made it clear that they stand firmly against anti-Semitism, against any crime from any form. So instead of having these people, that's my kids, I'm building in a castle. Instead of having these people becoming the beacon that you want to promote, you are fighting so strong to save the neck of radical Islam. This is terrible, this is dangerous, this is evil, this is morally wrong. So that's why, guys, I think ceasefire is a terrible idea. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do the whole shebang. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. All these things are important for this channel to grow. And if you want to find a direct way to support my channel so I can keep doing these videos for you, because after all, I am doing this out of my own free time. And it's my way of income right now. This is literally, I became my full-time job to do these videos for you. So go to my Patreon and you can check and find direct, practical ways of how to support my channel. But until then, guys, be safe, don't do anything stupid, and in general, when you see something morally wrong, don't ignore it. Take actions.